Scott. Thanks for taking the time
No
to talk
problem.
to us.
Thanks for having me.
All right. First question is, what do you do to relax?
Usually in the evenings, I'll hang out with my wife and kids. We try and put the kids down about 8 o'clock, and at that time, I'll either watch film if we've got a game or something like that. If not, I'll hang out with her. The couple of shows that we do watch are Survivor, and what's the other one? Modern Family. Those are the two shows that we do watch on a weekly basis. Coach that hopefully is growing over time. I think in the last 5 years, I've found out I know less now than what I knew when I started out. So hopefully that's a good thing, and it means that I'm learning more and becoming a better coach. Having a great staff is a huge boost. We've got one of the best staffs, I think, in the country with the guys that we have on our team. Me personally, I would say I'm a pretty intense coach, especially on the defensive end of the floor, but on the offensive end of the floor, I'd say I'm pretty laid back and, allow our guys to make plays and play to their strengths. I don't want our guys thinking in the back of their head that I'm going to yank them out or yell at them if they miss a shot or turn it over. I want them to play loose and free, but at the same time, I want to be demanding on the defensive end of the floor. And then off the court, I like to think, that I'm an easy guy to talk to and that they can come in my office at any time and, we can talk about their problems or any issues that they're having on or off the court.
Now, you were the fastest person in UTA history, coaching-wise, to get to 50 wins in basketball. You got it in 90. Second place was 121. How did you become such a successful coach here at UTA?
Having good players. I think that's what it comes down to. You can lose with good players, but it's hard to win with bad players. So you got to have good players out there, and then you've got to put them in a framework where they can succeed and make sure that they defend and rebound and do all those things. And we try to do that with them. But the credit goes to the players. If we win a championship, all the credit is going to go to the players, in my opinion. Because. Am I any different than I was when we went to the NCAA tournament? No. I'd like to think that I've improved and grown as a coach. Those guys were special guys that went to the NCAA tournament that year. And I think we've got the same group of guys and that can do the same thing. But all the credit, any success that we have is directly going to go to those players. I'd like to think that my staff and myself have put them in a position where they can succeed. But ultimately, they got to go out there and make the baskets and keep the other team from scoring themselves.
Now, you've been called a tireless worker, an excellent recruiter, and a great ambassador for your program. How'd you get to be there? What influences have you had over your career that have brought you to that level?
Well, first, I played and coached for Coach McCarter, so I've learned a lot of stuff from him over the years. He was a very, very defensive-minded guy. When I was an assistant coach, he was always the defensive guy. I didn't quite understand it. I was the offensive guy and, worked with the offense, and he worked with the defense. But now that you become head coach, you see the value, and I've changed and become a defensive guy now over the years. And so he's been the first person that's been a huge positive influence for me. And then some of my mentors are Kyle Keller, who's an assistant coach at Texas A&M. He coached me at Tyler Junior College. He's been a guy who's helped me in recruiting over and over again. Very creative guy, doesn't leave any stone unturned. So he's helped me a lot. He's helped me a lot with our offense that we run because he was at Kansas and he pretty much opened up, everything that they do to us and helped me understand the offense and how to teach it and run it. And so that was definitely a big help. And then Buzz Williams, who's the head coach at Marquette. Coach Williams coached me here at UTA, and then I actually replaced him. He left and took another job, and that's how I came on staff here. And he's a guy that I stay in touch with, at least once every couple of weeks. And he's the hardest worker I've ever seen. He's a guy that may not sleep at night, and he's extremely organized. Some people think that I'm organized. This guy, he's probably one of those guys that has his medicine cabinet, just perfectly arranged. And, he's got all 50 phone calls he's got to make, prioritized and ranked, and I mean he's got everything mapped out, and so a lot of both those guys, Kyle Keller and Buzz Williams, they've been huge mentors and help to me, as well as Coach McCarter.
What is it like coaching at your alma mater?
It's definitely a dream come true. It's been a goal of mine, and we'll see if President Spagnola and Pete Carlin want to keep me around for a long time. But I mean, that's been a goal of mine to start and finish my career here. You don't see that very often. I think the program's evolving to where it can meet all of the things that I want to do with the program, and that's exciting. Obviously, I've got to do my part and go out there and win championships with our guys, but it's special when you've played there, when you've went to school there, and now you have an opportunity to grow the program and take it to the next level. There is something special like that. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Like, I live and breathe UTA basketball. If I went to another program, it's not going to be the same. You can sell certain things, but, here I've lived it every single day, for the past, since 1995, lived it and breathed it. So love everything about it, and then just the growth and the vision of President Spagnola, and all the construction taking place, and then what Pete Carlin, our athletic director, has done. I mean, it's an amazing time, and I think this program is really going to skyrocket over the next few years.